she is the head of a government a government-funded group, Section 9, that fight cyber terrorism, which she believes to be humanity's biggest threat. And through this journey of fighting terrorism, which is what she's tasked to do, she embarks on a path to self-discovery in a very unexpected way. I don't want to say it's an alternate universe, but it's certainly, I think, what I would describe as the not so bright, not so distant future. I think humans are still able to use technology to their advantage, but have lost the kind of, in doing so, in becoming so dependent on technology for their own satisfaction, enhancement, happiness, have sort of forgotten or are losing a sense of their purpose, their sense of self, connectivity, all of those things. It's a world that is, I think, sort of isolating and sterile. The thermoptic suit is really, it's sort of like a second skin, and it allows her to become invisible. And of course, everything that goes along with. I mean, it's a tool that she uses to be offensive, and obviously to be, undercover, and it's, there's other characters in the film that have the same technology, maybe not as advanced, but it's not something that's, it's not like a super suit or something like that. It's just something that, it's out there. We know that this material exists, and it's something that allows her to just, kind of fight under the radar. But the skills that she has are her own skills. It has nothing to do with wearing the suit. Rupert and I talked a lot about the plight of this character, the quest for self-identity, the need to know the truth about where you come from and what that means. Are you a product of where you come from, who you truly are, from your experience? Is that what makes you you? What, if not, then what does? And the fact that this character has a life she believes she had, a life she's been given, and then a life that she chooses, that journey was really exciting for me to kind of pull apart. And that's how Rupert and I kind of met. That's where the meeting of the minds was for us. Rupert is really a visionary, and when he sent me his, all the packages of everything that he was putting together for this, that's really what cinched the deal for me. It was like, wow, this guy has completely created, not only an homage to the manga, to the anime for the fans, but has his own, put his thumbprints all over this project, and really, there's a kind of a new wave, cold wave kind of feeling to this film. It's not the future that we imagine to be kind of pristine and, personality-less, the digital age. It has nothing to do with that. It's almost as if humanity is kind of, has engulfed itself and is sort of like the snake eating its tail, and the city is built upon city, and people are made out of other people, and it's very much I would say an indulgent idea of what the future could be. I think Major's relationship with Batu is a very unique one because it's probably the most. I think when Major is with Batu, it's the most kind of human she feels. Um, she feels protected, I think, emotionally when she's with him. She trusts him, and she probably, doesn't trust that many people just because she has nothing to base her trust on exactly. And of course, he takes a liking to her and I think is interested by her and probably imagines her to be, he probably oversimplifies her experience, which is probably also endearing for her in a way, to kind of um, find a, I don't know, a respite in like a very over in a very overwhelming like experience and world that she's living in, and even her mind and her memories and the glitches that she's having and all these things that are constantly, she never sleeps, she's constantly charging, she's always going forward, forward, forward. And with Batu, I think she can share those kind of quiet moments, like he reminds her of the life that could maybe that she perhaps once had or that could be possible. Well, Pilu and I worked before on Lucy, but we didn't really have much time to work together, and we just kind of had a few days to get to know one another, and we share some things in common. My father's Danish, so is he, and so there's a certain kind of sense of humor and sensibility that comes with just being from that part of the world, I think, that I'm familiar with. And Pilu is so playful. He loves to play during the scene. He loves to throw things back and forth. He's not afraid to try stuff. He's just a lot of fun to work with, and he just has such a good take on that character. He really plays the character with a lot of integrity and kind of embraces his, war experience, and he carries the weight with him, but it doesn't feel heavy the way he carries it. He's really he's breathed a lot of life into that character. I think the character of Aramaki really needs a kind of a gravity to him. He sort of reminds me kind of what Sam Jackson does for S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel films, but he's got that kind of, there has to be a leadership quality to him, a strength, a kind of command. And Takeshi brings that with him just on set. He's a very kind of artistic character. He's really in himself. He's quite theatrical. He's, he's got this really kind of commanding presence about him. I think he gives that character the weight that it needs to hold down the heaviness of the responsibility of Hanka and that portion of the government, and of course being the commander of Section 9, he needs to have a a kind of a bite to him, which Takeshi does, not in a bad way, in the best way, in the best way. Michael Pitt plays Kuze, who is a sort of mirror, for the Major to kind of reflect upon. He shares a life experience with her that they are both kind of uncovering, and she's just inexplicably drawn to him. Really from the beginning of this film, he becomes you know, both her kind of enemy, nightmare, if you want to call it, her prey, and at the same time is both alluring and, and totally she's completely enraptured by him. And as I said, it's sort of inexplicable until she discovers the truth about her own identity and in relationship to his character. And I think he also too is drawn to her and her make up her identity, her journey. Who is she? Um, it's been really intense. You know, developing that relationship just because of the depth of it. And Michael is an incredible actor, and he is so present, and uh, you know, it's really difficult to get anything kind of past him. He really catches everything, which is so wonderful for me because nothing gets dropped or lost. He's I think we really have a great dance between us, and it's been, even though those scenes have been difficult to kind of pull apart. It's been such a pleasure to work with someone that was so bright and generous and captivating. So it's been really very unexpected, but really awesome. Yeah, of course it wouldn't be Ghost in the Shell without the crazy fight sequences, gunplay. It's been exhausting, and really empowering at the same time to be able to be as physical and able as I have been on this film. I've been able to really handle the weapons, complete every fight, do all the wire work, and really with the support of the stunt team, kind of leading me, guiding me, supporting me, cheering me on, and it because the physicality is such an important part of this character. I've been really married to the idea of being able to do everything, and be just as capable as possible. It's been it's really been something else for me, and I feel that I now have a set of skills for life. Just it's kind of allowed me to get over a lot of the fears that I've had of just being out of control, and just realizing that no, you're in control, you've got this, and you can be bad, you can make it look badass too. It's been really empowering. So. And this experience has been like nothing else I've ever had before. It's really been all encompassing, and I feel I've taken on this character in a way that was very unexpected. It'll be hard to shake for me. Uh, I hope the audience shares the same compassion that I have for this character, and I hope they willingly go on this ride with me. Because it's definitely it's a ride for sure.